You don't go to just chatting? Things are getting wild. Wait, really? Wait, I have 700 viewers? Oh my god. Hold on. What's going on in just chatting? What is going on? What? Yo, what? What the Yo, what the Look at the art category. I don't want... Am I illegally allowed to do it? Like... We've gotten feedback that our policies... All right, hold on. Let's see what's going on. We've gotten feedback that our policies around sexual content are unclear, so we've drawn clearer boundaries between what is and isn't permitted on Twitch. We also recognize that everyone wants to see certain content, so we're updating our criteria for homepage recommendations. Okay, I assume that this is... All right, that's just a bigger picture of the shield. How do you... Well, where's the link? Where's the... Is there a link to, like, the thing? Like, why? It's in the comments? Well, how do I get to the comments section? Oh, this is similar posts. Unfollow, add or remove, mute. Why is it so hard to find the comments? Are these the comments here? Here it is. Okay. Bro, I don't understand why it's so hard to find the comments. All right. Oh my god, why is it so white? Oh my god, bro. Ever heard of dark mode? Updating our approach to sexual content and content classification labels. Oh boy. We've received consistent feedback from our streamers that our current policies around sexual content are confusing and that it can be difficult to know where that content will be interpreted based on the policies. We want streamers to feel confident that they understand our rules and viewers to feel they are confident to get the experience they expect. To accomplish this, we are making 2 changes effective today. Streamlining our policies regarding sexual content and updating criteria for our homepage recommendations. That's really good. I'm tired of clicking on my homepage and not seeing booba. Streamline sexual content policy. To be effective, policies need to be easy to understand so that a streamer knows what is allowed on the site and what is not allowed. Part of the confusion comes from the fact that there are currently 2 separate policies in the community guidelines that address sexual content. There is also an additional section in the content classification guidelines that describes when a streamer needs to label their content as including sexual themes. Going forward, the sexually suggested content and sexually explicit content policies will be consolidated into a single sexual content policy. All right. Codenamed porn. This policy specifies which types of sexual content are prohibited on Twitch, and violating this policy will result in account enforcement. Make it bigger for the boomers. When consolidating these 2 policies, we removed portions of the sexually suggestive content policy that closely resembled language in the content classification guidelines. The guidelines explaining what content needed sexual theme labels were not distinct enough from the language in the sexually suggestive content policy and made them difficult to follow. Okay. We launched content classification labels, CCL, back in June in recognition that some content that is allowed on our service may not be suitable for all audiences. We believe that accurate content labeling is key to helping viewers get the experience they expect, and now we can enable appropriate labeling of sexual content with CCLs. We believe that some of the restrictions in our former policies are no longer required. Oh boy, is that why there are just like naked women in the just chatting section? In addition to providing clarity, these updates will also reduce the risk of inconsistent enforcement and bring our policy more in line with the social media services. The FAQ below provides a highest level summary of some of the changes, and you can find in the policy language, including detailed examples of prohibited content on the safety center. Content recommendations for the homepage. Okay, bro. Where are we going right now? This is crazy. This is crazy. We want to make sure that the homepage, which is often the first page that viewers land on, is more aligned with viewer expectations. To address this, we're updating the criteria used for homepage recommendations. Streams that are labeled as drugs, intoxication, excessive tobacco use, violent and graphic depictions, gambling, or sex themes will no longer be included in homepage recommendation shelves due to the visual nature of those topics. That's a good change. That's a W change for Twitch right there, guys. W change for Twitch right there. Like, mainly because, like, you know, you don't always want to be looking at porn, but when you want to look at porn, you can just, you know, say I want to look at the booba. You know what I mean? That's good. It doesn't make it alarming. That's good. Streams labeled including mature content, games, and profanity will not be affected by this update. Hold on. Where did I missed it. I scrolled down. Streams labeled as including mature rated games and profanity will not be addressed in this update unless the streamer has also selected one of the labels bolded above. Okay. Viewers can still search for or go directly to the channels they follow that are streaming labeled content via the left bar of the homepage, but streams using the labels will not be surfaced in the homepage recommendations. That's because there's no thumbnails. So what they're saying is on the left side, you'll still be able to see them streaming. But when you click on Twitch, the homepage will not show them like in your recommended stuff because the thumbnail is, let's be honest, it's just two boobs in front of you, right? It's just a topless woman, which people don't always want to see, right? Like, despite like prior knowledge, like despite what everybody might always think is the case with men, we don't always want to see booba all the time, right? Especially if your mom is watching your computer, right? Or maybe you have kids around, underage kids on the website. Well, yeah, but those kids were already gated, right? Because you had to click like I'm 18 or over to see it. But now they won't even be able to see the thumbnails, which is good. All right. Okay. Making this change helps ensure that viewers will not see content that they haven't consented to seeing. We will continue to explore adding more personalized viewer settings in the future. This is a good change. It shields children. I mean, like I say, it shields children, but let's be honest. If there's like a 15-year-old kid, you can't force him not to click I'm over 18, right? Or I'm not, like, you know, like it. But this at least puts one more step in the way, right? Like this at least puts one more step in the way, which is a good thing. Like, people don't always want to see this stuff all the time. What's changing with the new update? Some of the types of content that were prohibited will now be allowed on Twitch if appropriately labeled. Those things include, previously prohibited but allowed with the label. Content that deliberately highlights breasts, buttocks, the pelvic region, even when fully clothed. Oh boy. Streamers found it difficult to determine what was prohibited and what was allowed, and often evaluating whether or not to stream violated this portion of the policy was suggestive. In addition, the former sexually suggestive content policy was out of line with the industry standards and resulted in female presenting streamers being disproportionately penalized. What a joke. What a joke. This is like the most woke sentence I have ever seen in my life. Of course it's the females that are over-sexualizing themselves. What a joke. Of course it's going to be disproportionate. Is this a prank? Like, the vast majority of Twitch viewers are men. That means the women streamers are literally the ones over-sexualizing themselves the vast majority of the time. We're talking directly to the female streamers here. It's not like I'm watching Asmongold stream with his shirt off. All right, just doesn't happen. Lulz Cap resub for 8 months, man. Welcome back, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Uh-oh. Fictionalized, drawn, animated, sculpted, fully exposed female presenting breasts and or genitals or buttocks regardless of gender. Where are we going? There is a thriving artist community on Twitch, porn, and this policy overly punitive and did not reflect the impact of the content. Oh my god, you can draw hentai on Twitch. This is art. It's not hentai, it's art. And that is true. It is art. Confirmed. It is art. Confirmed. All right? This counts as content. Yeah, I don't need OnlyFans anymore. I can just do it here. Wait, so I can draw a penis on screen now? I've done some research. It's art, all right. Wait a minute. I can twerk? Wait, erotic dances that involve disrobing or disrobing gestures such as strip teases. Ooh, boys. Boys. Honestly, what this does is this opens the door for some of the best BDO content we have ever seen come out of Blue Squadron's channel. Do not go to the art section on Twitch, my good sir. I mean, why not? It's all legal now, right? It is what it is. It is what it is. Like, I'm already an 18 plus channel, so like I'm safe. I can just open it, you know what I mean? Like, wait, you're not over 18 though. Shut up. On body writing on female breasts and or buttocks is already legal. Wait, regardless of gender. The Twitch attire policy already allows... Okay, but yeah, okay. So this change makes the policy consistent. Okay, so you can still write on your boobs, guys. Girls. Sometimes, guys. Changes to popular dances. Popular dances such as twerking, grinding, and pole dancing are now allowed without a label. So I can just stand up and twerk right now? Previously, some dances were prohibited and others were allowed with a label. Enforcing on dances, regardless of context, meant our policy prohibited twerking at a wedding or taking a pole dance exercise class, for example. Oh, well, thank God for being inclusive of all of the weddings and pole dance class exercises. I can literally be the duck ass emote, boys. I can literally do... You know what I mean? Like, you can just send it. You can just send it. That's crazy. The policy now takes context into consideration and only prohibits streaming inside of an adult entertainment establishment. Okay. What the fuck, dude? Rip KR. True. Yo, the biggest L in this whole thing, guys, is we don't have any cultured Korean streamers. Now all the Koreans are missing this. That it. Damn it. Feels bad. We miss content. They miss content. They still have it till February. True. With the updates to the sexual content policy, are artistic depictions of nudity allowed? Content with a focus on fictionalized, drawn, animated, or sculpted sexual body parts, regardless of gender, such as doing nude finger drawing, are allowed with a sexual themes label.
Dot. I'll hold your hand while you push. Blue Woo Heart.
Pixella, you can literally be naked now. Do you see what this... VTubers... Yo, VTubing is about to get interesting. VTubing is... Boys! VTubing is about to get interesting. I will be honest. There's a certain... If you want my honest opinion, if I was a VTuber, I would still not go naked. Because there is there's an element of mystery. I think that you should allow your viewer to just stare at you. You know what I mean? Not naked. If you add nipples to it, it's gonna be, I don't know, it just takes the magic away. I'm sure PA won't like it. Well, it's not up to PA. You can make the content that you want to make. I'm not gonna, like, honestly, can I get somebody drawing lewd photos of my Dark Knight? Excella, welcome back for 9 months. What are we naming the baby? Also, which one of us is having it? Thanks so much, Hex. I really appreciate it. Dude, this is crazy. This is nuts. VTubing is art. Yes. It says animated. It says animated. This is nuts. This is literally a step towards... It's porn. It's just porn. And I'll be honest with you, I don't mind that essentially softcore porn, and even in some cases hardcore porn, are being drawn, and that being legal on Twitch, as long as it's not thrown in my face. I think that, like, if I'm being real, I think that as long as you, like, take away all the thumbnails, blur all it, when I go to just chatting, all of the thumbnails or the art section, apparently, just blur all the thumbnails that, like, have, like, the lewd stuff. Then if I click on it, it asks if I'm 18 plus, and I can click past it and I can see what I want to see. Like, that's fine. As long as you censor it appropriately, I don't mind that all of the that there's a bunch of lewd stuff all over the place on Twitch. If people want to watch lewd stuff, they want to watch lewd stuff. It's no big deal. It's not like there's going to be any viewers, but this is kind of a relatively small portion of the community. I'll be honest with you, most men, if they want to look at porn, they're not going to come to Twitch. That's just the bottom line. But I'm not concerned about my viewership or anything from this. I am interested to see which members of our community decide to capitalize on some of this stuff, though. I'm curious if Hexella or even Mutaru, Magica, like, I know Hex is in the chat, Zero, very funny. I'm wondering if they go a different way with the way that they present themselves. Hey man, when you're just allowing everything. Ellie Booba, I don't think that Ellie will do it, and I don't think that Hex will do it. And here's why. I think that there are two different reasons. I don't think that Ellie will do it because she has always kind of presented herself as like a step above most of the lewd content. Does she do some lewd content? Absolutely she does. She has the shirt on, but it is, you can see like some of her lingerie. It is what it is. She does say lewd things from time to time, but Ellie's main draw is more that, like, she's more of like a sophisticated, older take on VTubing, right? So, like, she's like one of the waifus that people want, but she's sophisticated hot. You know what I mean? So, like, and men are drawn to that. Viewers are drawn to that. Hex is a little different. Her content is standing and idle and just discussing with her chat. And although she can get lewd from time to time, her content doesn't really center around, like, I'm just going to talk about nude women all the time. Or she does say, she says the occasional cream pie joke. She makes lewd jokes from time to time. I don't think that Hexella is going to put a naked version of her VTube model up on the screen. I just don't see that happening. Nope, but outfits are probably going to get better. No more fear of is this bad? Well, no, if it's part of the game, they've always allowed that, so it's fine. So, like, when I dress my witch in the Shell Bell outfit, that is totally fine. No big deal. There are a couple other VTubers in the category that I am a little more concerned about. I say concerned, but now I'm intrigued. You know what I mean? Now I kind of want to go check. We will see. Is body painting on the breasts or the buttocks allowed on Twitch? As long as it's in the entire requirements are met, body painting on the breasts and buttocks are allowed within the sexual themes label. Okay. How does Twitch handle nudity in gaming? We handle nudity in two different ways. Well, if it's part of the game, I don't think they care. As long as it's not rated, if it's rated M for mature, you have to have the proper label. I think that's what they're about to say. First, games featuring nudity, pornography, sex, and sexual violence as a core focus or feature are entirely prohibited. You mean Hentai Fuda Blaster 9000 can't be played on Twitch? Damn it! Fuck, man, I would dominate that category. Custom gameplay or visual modifications that include nudity or sex content, including uncensored patches in otherwise allowed games, are prohibited. Learn more about prohibited games. We're good. Second, for games where nudity is not the core focus, hashtag BDO, the mature rated games content classification label is sufficient for incidental nudity. Yeah, so it's fine. This is like Cyberpunk, though. There's no nudity in BDO unless you have a mod, and I'm pretty sure mods are off limit on Twitch like that. However, the sexual themes label must be applied to the gameplay that focuses on nudity. Okay? Learn more about the mature rated game classification label. Users may not engage in simulated sexual activity or erotic roleplay with other players in online games. The Final Fantasy enjoiners are down tremendous. So is the majority of Calpheon 2. Games that primarily consist of user-generated content, in-game roleplay, and interactions of virtual reality are not exempt from this policy. No VR chat smix. True. If the mature-rated game that I'm playing includes violence, alcohol, gambling, and sexual things, does that mean I need to apply a relevant content classification label in addition to the mature-rated games label? Hopefully not. The mature-rated game label covers most of the content that occurs within the game itself, if the content is encountered as part of regular gameplay. However, if a streamer chooses to focus their stream on in-game content that features sexual themes, such as fictional nudity, or overlays their gameplay with comments or topics that qualify as content that qualify for any content classification label, they should apply the relevant labels. In-game content that features simulated sexual activities between players is still prohibited. I can't have e-sex. I still can't have e-sex. Will streams labeled CCLs no longer be recommended in the left bar under their homepage? No, they already covered this. Of course it won't be. Or of course they will be. This update will not prevent streams from being recommended in the left bar of the homepage, as stream thumbnails are not shown. Yeah, they're primarily focused on the thumbnails. I'll be honest. As lewd as this update is to the operational privacy, I think it's totally fine. I think that if people want to look at like their hentai, like the people drawing hentai, or women with their shirts off and stuff, you know, it is what it is. You know, like whatever. You know, people want to view what people want to view. I don't really care. But don't force everyone to view them. You should have people clicking through them. There's kids on the website. You know what I mean? You got to do your due diligence. You got like blur the thumbnails, don't recommend the streams, etc., etc. Will labeling one of my streams with CCL also impact visibility for future streams? No, past streams do not impact the visibility of future streams. When your stream does not include one of the CCLs listed above, it will again be eligible on the homepage. Oh, that's good to know. What happens if I do not use a content classification label? Ban. Our sexual themes content classification guidelines describe what content needs to be labeled using the sexual themes label. Failure to use content classification label will accurately result in warnings, and the content CCL will be applied by Twitch to the stream. Okay, so they're not just going to ban you. They're going to warn you, and they're just going to automatically apply it to your stream. If you fail to apply the correct CCL repeatedly, the CCL will be temporarily locked onto the stream, but it will not result in suspension. That's good. That's good. So, like, they're not going to just peg me because I scrolled through and there was a thumbnail that was just a naked woman. All right, let me see what the art category looks like. Art. Well, I mean, these top streams aren't so... Oh my god. That guy is a furry, right? That guy knows what he's drawn. Jesus, that is a huge dick. Oh my god. Yeah, that's a good drawing right there. This is the entire art section. The whole art section is literally... There is not a single person drawing normal shit. Bro, holy shit, there are hundreds of these streams. This is nuts. 15.3k viewers. Why'd I put out the wiener with such finesse? Because it's on a fox. You know what I mean? Like, it stands out because it's like an animal. I'm gonna close this. Wow. Holy shit. What a crazy world we live in, guys. What an absolutely insane world we live in. I'm okay with it. It means I'm not gonna get suspended for doing stupid shit sometimes. I don't even do that content. But like, I also don't want to be suspended because like there was like a thumbnail on my YouTube that was suggested. You know what I mean? There's nothing I can do about that. Stupid. Bro, what a great dude. It's actually, you can just be a naked VTuber now. I'm interested to see who in our category is actually going to jump on that. There are two names that come to mind immediately. There are two names that immediately come to mind. Who would ever do something like that with their VTuber? You would be surprised. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? You are talking about Black Desert Online. I sent you a DM. Hold on, boys. Hexel is in my DMs. Everything must come to a grinding halt. What is this? Augmented reality avatars that translate real-life music into digital characters are subject to this standard, as is cosplays and other... Okay, so what's the standard? We don't permit streamers to be fully or partially nude, including exposing genitals or buttocks. We do not permit the visible outline of genitals, even when covered. Broadcasting nude or partially nude minors is... Oh my god, okay, chill. For those who present as women, we ask that you cover your nipples. You ask that? You're asking them to cover their nipples? No. No, cover your goddamn nipples. Would you not permit exposed underbusts? No underboob, Hex. I know what you were thinking. Wutaru, you little rat. Your toes are fine. No underboob. It's tragic. We get enough of that from my witch. Cleavage is unrestricted. All right. As long as those cleavage requirements are met. As long as these cleavage requirements are met. For all streamers, you must cover the area extending from your hips to the bottom of your pelvis and buttocks. For those areas, the body where coverage is required, the coverage must be fully opaque. Sheer or partially see-through clothing does not constitute coverage. Thank God. Because you know, some fucking... You know, J-Kun was going to go live wearing like a Cabelius outfit going, you know what I mean? Like, it's covered. Don't worry. It's fine. The durability's just 1. All right, so VTubers can't be naked, necessarily speaking. So why are there so many naked VTubers in Just Chatting right now? Let me check it. Are they just looking at their avatar? Is that how they're getting around it? There ain't no way. Oh my God. Yeah, so there's just a photo of the VTube model that is naked on the screen. And then the model itself is topless. Like Asian bunny style. But it's covered down. Bro, what the fuck is that? What is that? Bro, what? Link? I'm good. Trust me, you don't need that. Just go to Just Chatting. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about, bro. There ain't no... You don't need a link. Trust me. You do not need a link. Just... Imagine how many will abuse that. I don't think it's really that big of a deal. I think that for those people that do that content, it is a big deal. But like, you know, the rest of us don't, you know, it's not about the porn. You know what I mean? So like, it is what it is. And I think that if people do want to do that, I don't mind it at all. Yeah, sure, whatever. No big deal.